This video was created by VinylicPuma of VinylicPumaGaming.
What is going on, everybody? This is VinylicPuma, and today I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my impressions on the Doom Snapmap mode. Now, these are based off of the stream that I watched, and in case if you're watching this in the future, there was a stream that Bethesda did on Twitch TV on April 25th at like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to go ahead and give my impressions on what I saw and just overall what I think of the Snapmap mode. So first off, I think this is going to be really amazing. I think a lot of the people that did not like the multiplayer mode on PC, and then maybe if you didn't like the multiplayer mode on PS4 and Xbox One, I think Snapmap is going to be the reason to buy Doom. Now, that's not to say that the multiplayer mode is bad or the single player mode is bad, but the Snapmap mode, I think, just after watching the stream, and if they decide to upload it to YouTube, I'll link that in the description. But I mean, this thing looks crazy. The in customization options are insane. Like, you can tweak everything down to like the game logic and stuff. It looks friggin' awesome. The best way that I would describe the new Doom Snapmap mode is kind of like Mario Maker or Super Mario Maker for Wii U. However, instead it's Doom and it's a first-person shooter, and the level of customization that's available to you, it's like it's on steroids. Now, the big reason that I say it's like Super Mario Maker in a way is because it seems like that a lot of it is online. And basically you can kind of interact with people on this social network. Like, you can view people's creations, and they've got like thumbnails that they can create and stuff. It's weird. It's kind of like YouTube mixed with like video game modding. And actually in that way, it's kind of cool. You can also rate maps up and like give it like a like. You can rate maps down and give them dislikes. Now, I actually haven't played Super Mario Maker, but from what I've heard, that you can give them like yes or no's, and basically that's sort of the same thing as like a voting up or down, or like a YouTube like and dislike bar. But now I kind of want to talk about one of the things that sort of irks me about it. And again, this is based on my impressions from the stream. I have not actually experienced the Snapmap mode, so I'm just letting you all know that. Well, so the snap maps can be played on any platform. So for example, you can create a snap map on PS4 and then you can play it on PC or Xbox One. So there is like that kind of cross-platform thing that's going on. And on the one hand, that is really cool. The downside to that is that if you have a really powerful PC, you're going to be limited by what's possible on the PS4 and the Xbox One. So third-party PC mods may or may not be possible with Doom Snapmap mode. And honestly, I think that kind of sucks, because really Doom WODs were a big deal with the original Doom on PC. There are also, of course, like these limits to what kinds of levels you can make. Hence the percentages that you'll see in the Snapmap editor if you decide to check out the stream after watching this particular video. Honestly, I think this part is unfortunate, because I think there are a lot of cool things that you could have created on the PC version, and you could have gone like totally hog wild. Or maybe what they'll do in the future is they'll have PC exclusive maps, and I think if they did that, that would be really cool to like create things that would like really push their creation tools for this Doom Snapmap mode. Another thing that I wasn't really a big fan of, and they didn't really explain it well on the stream, is they were talking about this feature called Snap Points. Now, what you do is when you play a certain map, you get these things called Snap Points, or I guess you could kind of look at it like XP or experience points or something like that. And there is like a progression mode within the Snapmap editor, and that I think is a little weird. I don't really see what the point of that is. Now, I will say this, is that they did say that the Snapmap points allow you to buy some game customizations. So maybe what that could be is when you create those thumbnails in like the social network Snapmap mode thing, you you get Snapmap point, or I'm sorry, you get Snap points, and then you can use that to buy like certain graphics. Like they showed a couple, some of them are like Doom guy heads, where they've got the classic Doom guy face where he's smiling after he's picked up a gun. I'm sure they'll probably have the one for God mode. They'll have ones where he's in like various states of like pain and stuff from the classic Doom games. We'll just have to see when it ultimately comes out. As for the level editor itself, I mean, the level editor is really, really impressive. I mean, they showed like a wide variety of things. Like you can create your own like parkour modes. You can create these like quasi raid bosses, kind of like Borderlands, especially even with like the bullet sponginess included. You can create like levels where you start off as play as a demon, where you can kill other demons. They showed those on the stream. The one that I thought that was really impressive is they showcased this like music maker, and it had like a complete like drum machine, and then they had like a keyboard. So I guess, and maybe you could probably set it up if you know what you're doing to where you could program the keyboard. And they also had, there's another cool thing they had where they had this like quasi basketball mode. And of course, this particular Snapmap mod, whatever we want to call it, it was called Basket Boom. And the way they explain that all this stuff would work is that you have the ability to create logic chains between objects. So for example, in the stream, they created a logic chain between an explodable barrel and a wall, where if you were to like shoot that barrel, the walls will disappear. And then of course they also demonstrated in that same clip that you can create a logic chain by like a weapon pickup, and then that will like be linked to a spawnable enemy. So what would happen is that you picked up the weapon, and then of course that enemy would spawn, and then you'd have to kill it. There are also some tools that if you're lazy, you can auto-populate monsters if you want. And there are also some tools and templates that have pre-populated stuff, so where you can have like a fully created map, and then you can basically modify an existing map and make it a little bit better or worse, depending on what you want to do. Because this is all on like a social network kind of thing, what you can do is you can download somebody else's map, you can make modifications to it, and you can upload it as your own work. And the way they've set it up is that it credits the original creator, then you, and then some other people, or then I guess other people if they ended up working on it. Now, some people I think were complaining for like the multiplayer, how they had these like Borderlands style damage numbers. Well, what you can do is in the Snapmap mode, you can turn those off. You can modify everything from like weapon damage values on your guns. You can modify enemy health. You can modify certain aspects, I think, of the enemy's appearance. You can also basically increase their damage. You can lower their damage. And you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And honestly, Doom Snapmap looks really, really good. And in my opinion, I think it's going to be the reason to buy the game. That's not to say that the multiplayer will be good or bad or whatever. But honestly, I think that really Snapmap is really what's going to make this game, and it's really going to make it really popular with all the larger gaming community. Anyway, guys, that I think is going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. I will, if they decide to upload that stream onto YouTube, I'll link it in the description so you can check that out if you want. But otherwise, if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. If this video, I would say gets about 100 likes, I will go ahead and I will do like a quasi review of the single player stream that's supposed to be on this Wednesday. So that'll be April 27th. And again, guys, if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. Take care, and I'll see y'all next time.